Hey YouTube, it's Sticky, back again with another review, and today we're going to do a review on Ruger American Rimfire and 22 long rifle. This rifle right here comes with a 22-inch barrel. It does have a recessed crown. Not sure of the degrees or anything. It is recessed. Fiber optic front sight, very bright in the daylight. It is a screwed in one. It does have the it has a flip down rear sight aperture that is adjustable for elevation and I believe for windage too, if I'm not mistaken. No, it looks like just elevation. Um, it is dovetailed in, so maybe they might come out with an aftermarket dovetail where you can put in there. I don't know. All right, for everything else, this is your safety. It's just a single stage safety. It's not a triple or a two stage. It's on safe right now. Does have a magazine in. We'll go ahead and release that magazine. 10 round standard magazine that it came with. Same magazine that your Ruger 1022 has. So that is really sweet that Ruger did that. I have 4 of those magazines. It is empty. See that there's no round in there, no magazine whatsoever. The magazine drop release, really awesome size. The trigger guard, you could definitely wear gloves and still get your finger in there as well. Very solid stock on this. This is a free floating barrel. Of course, if everyone wants to know how to do that, just take a dollar bill or whatever and bring it up against the barrel and slide it in between the barrel. If there's any snags, you can tell where it's connected. The bedding system on this is really sweet. That's what sold me on getting this, plus the barrel length. It's what sold me on getting this over Savage. I used to be a really great fan of Savage. I think they do make great rifles, but this rifle right here completely shocked me on everything it came with. Like the stock itself, okay, it comes with two stocks. This piece right here, where this line is, comes down here, is removable. You remove the rear stud, it screws out. You might have to take some force, maybe a little like rubber hammer or something. Use your hand, real nice force. Pop this piece out. And this piece, it just slides right in, and you lock it in right there in the hole. You see there's a nut in there. There's a hole on the other side in case you need to replace the nut, in case you strip the nut. I thought that was really sweet. It looks like a regular nylon nut in there. Looks pretty cool. Very sturdy, very hard plastic. That's all it is. There is no rubber recoil pad, because if you need a rubber recoil pad for a 22 long rifle, I feel sorry for you. Anyways, very smooth bolt. The bolt is very, I guess you could say sticky. A little tight. Ruger does say it is like that. After a while, when you're breaking the rifle in, it will loosen up. It won't be as difficult to close or open the bolt. Otherwise, very, very smooth bolt. Like it a lot. Underneath the scope and the scope base, this rifle does come with a built-in 3/8 dovetail grooves. So if you have scope rings that are 3/8, you could definitely scope that way. Ruger does suggest a Weaver number 12. The gun shop that I go to buy my Ruger firearms did not have 12. Hopefully they did order some. They say they were going to, and they said I was the only customer asking for it. I would have liked to see Ruger have this already come with the scope bases. But I'm glad they didn't, because it actually came with without the scope bases, it came with the little tiny screws. It's really tiny that fills in those screws holes, which I think is really awesome for them to leave those in there. I've seen some companies where they don't. I don't know why. Anyways, on here is Weaver. I want to say they're Weaver 25s. Fit exactly on there, pretty nice. I do have low profile scope rings on here. They're screwed on here by a flathead screwdriver, really nice. The scope is a center point made by Crossman. It is a 3x9 by 32 scope mill dot. This scope was designed for rimfire use. Right, 22 or 17, 22 mag, whatever you prefer. So yeah, really great scope for this rifle. I mean, you really don't need an expensive scope. I mean, there's no recoil, so I mean, really great scope. You can find at your local Walmart if they have it in there. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure Dick's has it. Pretty sure Gainer Mountain sells it. I'm pretty sure Cabela sells it. Otherwise, if you look on Crossman, they do have it on there. Anyways, so yeah, single stage safety. It's on safe. It's on fire. Like I said, we already said that it was empty. There is nothing in there. So we're gonna close it. And here, see if we can show the length to pull. So I'm closing it back and. Oh, sorry. Forgot to put it on fire. All right, let's try this again. So we're going to put it all the way back, and I mean, very, very little poundage right there to have it go off. It is adjustable. Some people are like, oh, it's an AccuTrigger. No, not AccuTrigger. Savage has the AccuTrigger. Ruger has the Marksman trigger. I know some gun companies hate it when people use another gun company's wording on what they have. It is a very, very nice trigger. The trigger itself is really, really comfortable. It's not too thin where it would feel like, oh, I need to get a solid trigger and put a boot on it. No, it is very wide. It is very, very adjustable. I think the adjustment on it was either 3 to 7 or 2 to 7. I know I should have written this information down, but I just want to do a quick review. Also, the bolt release on this thing is absolutely awesome. This little tab right here, push right there, that is the bolt release. So start sliding the bolt out, and once it gets to there, all you do, make sure you press it down, and bam. All right, so here's the bolt. Very nice bolt. It's really nice. The last time I've actually seen this type of, I guess you want to say almost like an ejection wraparound clip, was on my Stevens 325C bolt action 3030. Yes, I have one. Will I fire it? I don't know. Not quite sure if I want to fire it. Anyways, really nice bolt. Really great design on it. Very nice. I mean, it was milled out perfectly. No problems with it. It's got, I believe, a 70 degree, if I'm not mistaken, a 70 degree angle bolt handle. So it makes, then when you just slide the bolt in, see if I can do it right. Yeah, it should just, well, maybe it doesn't just go. There we go. Sometimes you have to press the lever back down. 70 degrees, and here it is open and back. So you can see that there is plenty of room between that bolt handle and your scope. So you can actually use your whole thumb without, ramming your thumb against the scope. I've done that a couple times before on some not so great bolts, and it does suck. But anyways, very, very nice rimfire rifle. Absolutely love it. I mean, for the grip wise, I mean, it's a 22. It is a synthetic stock. That it is going to slip. I mean, the only grip you have is if, forward or aft, but you really can't get any grip on this stock. I do understand Ruger was trying to make a budget rifle for people like me, which basically your budget is only $500. So really great. I mean, otherwise it's really great. I mean, the comb is, I mean, it is perfect. I mean, I don't have to add to it. I didn't have to do any shaving down. I might, just because right here there's a very fine line where the mold was, and it's just got that rough, rigid. I mean, I can't feel it on my face whatsoever, and it doesn't pull any of my hair off my face, so it's okay. Um, yeah, I mean, if you're looking for something for your kids or for yourself, uh, tell you the truth, I would pick this up over Savage. For the money and for everything that this rifle comes with, uh, this is definitely by far the better of the two. I have zeroed this out to 50 yards with, what was it? Guila Interceptor. Um, so far, I've shot a Guila RWS and CCI through it. The tightest group I've gotten was .43 MOA with the RWS Special Match 40 grains. Um, Really great round. Very expensive though, $7.95 for a box. So about $8 a box for 50 rounds. You know, I mean, you're still gonna see those high prices out there, people. For the Guila, which you like to, it was the Interceptor and the Super Extra. That was about $6 a box, so $2 difference there. I am gonna go back to the range and only going to use CCI standard velocity through this. I really want to see what they actually can do with that round. A lot of people know that round isn't the most accurate out of the box round, but it depends on the rifle too. Like I said, I've gotten a tighter group with the RWS through this thing than the Aguila, but everything was definitely under an inch for those rounds. So, and everything was 40 grains. Some of it, like the Aguila, both were copper plated. The RWS was not. And the RWS, I had a high velocity high velocity hollow point, which is their hunting round, long range hunting round. Pretty accurate. You know, 5-shot groups. I mean, definitely for 50 yards, definitely a squirrel killer, rabbit killer, whatever you like to use your 22 for, pest control, you know, whatever. It's definitely gonna work. Um, this scope, I believe, is absolutely perfect for it. So if you know, if you guys are looking for a scope, like I said, Crossman's Center Point, you can find it at Walmart. It's a 3x9 by 32. Very, very great scope. So yeah, perfect scope for it. I mean, that's how low I could get it. That's how low I want to get it. Don't want to go any lower just because of the dovetail sight. I want to leave that on there in case anything happens to the scope while I'm in the woods. I could I could unscrew it with my Leatherman. I always carry a Leatherman with me in the woods. Pop the scope off, and there I got iron sights. So make sure iron sights are set too, just in case that happens. But I mean, right now it's probably, I'm not even sure, maybe well within 5 pounds. The weight definitely comes mainly from the scope. Take the scope off, and you could probably like spear something with this rifle. It is so light. So yeah, I mean, if you're definitely looking for a rifle, I mean, this is definitely the best for 22 long rifle is the best I've had. So yeah, definitely look for something. Go out there and get it. Like I said, it uses the same 10-round magazine that your 1022 uses. It does use the BX25s and 15s. Uses that model magazines, which I thought that's what sold me this rifle over the 1022. Has the 22-inch long rifled, micro rifled barrel, so that helps out the accuracy. The magazine accessory alone, to me, that right there, that's what sold it. So in case, instead of having 10 rounds, maybe I'm going to be in the woods all day, maybe I'll go out and get the BX25 magazines, and just have those, just so after 10 rounds, I don't have to pop this one out and load up another 10 round. but I really doubt I'll need to use any of those. I'm just going to stick with the 10 rounds. But yeah, I mean, if you already have a 1022, maybe you want to go ahead and pick this one up. Give it a try. This could be, this could be your distance killer on your rabbits and squirrels or whatever. So, you can use this as your scope package and then turn around and use your 1022 as just iron sights only. But yeah, give it a try. Really great rifle. I definitely think you definitely won't go wrong with this. I am not getting paid by Ruger, unfortunately, to sell their rifles, marketing their rifles. They really don't need help from me. I think they're doing an excellent job. So yeah, give it a shot. You seriously won't go wrong for it. Okay, so future reviews. Enough of that. Future reviews. I'll be getting another Ruger rifle. It will be the Ruger American, which look identical to this. I mean, seriously, their American centerfires and the rimfires are identical, except for their centerfires are gonna have the flat stock. They're not gonna have the raised cheek piece. But as long as you make sure you put your scope on your rifle low to the barrel as possible. It would make it a lot easier for you when you're doing long distance, because you really want to. It just makes it a lot better. I'm not going to get into it right now. But yeah, I'll be getting the Ruger American centerfire in 7mm 08 Remington. It's one of those rounds that just you don't see people using a lot anymore. It's a really great round, and after the craftsman's work I've seen on this, I'm definitely gonna have to go with Ruger over the Savage. So look for the review on that. Also look for a review on the holster they got for my Bertha Thunder, and I'll be doing also a review on my everyday carry because of the holster, and I had to get a new flashlight. So, catch you guys later, and any comments, or if you want to subscribe for some reason, leave down below. Safe shooting. Have a great day.